Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're just reviewing
tweets again, because y'all won't give us no funny ideas. And Marcos is scared to play games with me on the podcast.
No, I'm not scared to play games. I'm just busy
You
as
heard
fuck.
it here. Coming next podcast, I'ma body his ass in some version of a game.
Fine.
Right.
We'll do it. Alright, this one says, I accidentally told my boss I loved him while getting off the phone, so if anyone needs me, I'll be walking directly into the ocean. This is funny because I've done this.
You've texted...
I shouldn't say his name, but I've called my boss daddy by accident.
Whoa!
But in context, this sounds bad. I was talking to his son.
Whoa!
Because he brought his kid to work and he was like, when are you going on lunch? You know, son. He comes into the roasting lab once in a while.
Yeah.
And I was like, I get off at 12:30. And then he was like, well, can I do this? He wanted to help with something. And I was like, you have to ask daddy. And then looked over and was like,
that's weird. You know that, right? No, explanation. You do know that that's also weird.
How is that weird? I do that, like, go ask your dad.
Exactly. Why would you refer? I would never be like, hey, what did your daddy say? I would never say that.
Well, because he says daddy.
No matter who I'm talking to, no matter what age, I would never be like, hey, Marcos, where's your daddy at? He's not here.
I would never say
like that. Yeah, but that's still weird. As long as would you be like, hey, where's your mommy? Did you ask your mommy? That's also weird.
If you're talking to a child, yes.
No, you go, where's your mom?
Dog.
You go, hey, where's your mom at? Hey, where's your mom at?
Miss Loretta.
Where's your mom at?
All right, next one.
Also, for that one, the funny side, flip it. What do you do if you're the boss and you're like married?
Oh, have you seen that tweet that was
text.
like, hey, I'm pregnant. And then it was like 2 days later, I need the day off to go to a ultrasound. And then he goes, can you please not pause in between text messages? And can you please call my wife to explain why you did that?
Like, cause no lie,
Yeah.
that'll get people into some shit.
Yeah.
For real.
100%.
That's all, or like, bro, low key, that could like break some shit apart. So that's like low key up. You gotta buckle in on them texts.
Right.
After 9 years of marriage, I can always guess what's bothering my wife. I'm never right, but I can always guess.
You're the married man here.
I have an extremely healthy communication style with my wife, and we don't struggle with this. But
Are you wrong ever?
about what?
Anything.
All the time. I'm not fucking Jesus Christ.
Is not on an all-time high then.
No. Well, you said wrong about anything, not specifically like something we're talking about. But I would say in the beginning, I was definitely more like, yo, you're mad at me. And she'd be like, no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, that's why you acting like that. And she's like, no, I bit my tongue. Like, or the food was bad, or like anything. And I'm like, nah, you hate me now, huh? And she...
That's like anxiety in your own brain.
Bro, literally, I'd be like, you want me to leave? She's like, I asked you what you want for dinner. Like, what the f***? And I'm like, I know, but I can't choose, so you probably hate me now, right? And it's like, nah. But nowadays, like, as husband-wife, not at all.
Okay, fair. Last night I was talking to a guy at a party and someone said he wrote a movie about tennis. And I said, oh, you mean like Challengers? And he said, yeah, I wrote Challengers. I was like, oh, good one. Turns out he actually wrote Challengers.
I'm not gonna lie, have you seen Challengers?
No.
I have, and if I found out that you wrote Challengers at a party, I would literally judge you like extremely negatively.
Why?
It's a movie. Like a horrible movie. The plot, Zendaya's character, love Zendaya in most of her movies. Yeah. She was worse than Cersei in this, and that's a Game of Thrones reference. Wow. She was just a piece of Don't act like you fucking know what that meant. Because I referenced for the camera because you've never watched Game of Thrones.
I was trying to play
don't do that. Don't do that. But Challengers is a shit movie.
This also reminds me of like Tony Hawk's Twitter account where he's like, it's a string of tweets of people going, hey, you look like Tony Hawk. And he goes, oh, thanks. And he just is Tony Hawk.
Yeah, this movie's dog shit. So if I found out somebody wrote this, I'd be like, you are not good at your job.
All right. The amount of scrolling I gotta do for my birth year for online forms is becoming quite hurtful.
Yeah, it's like
it's
like 3 rolls now.
Yeah.
It used to be like 1, 2.
Yeah.
Because it was like you had to start at 18. So like for many years it was like, oh, I'm just 1, 2 off.
Right.
Yeah, now it's like fucking Bro, I found out one of my clients who me and him talk like me and you. Like, we talk about life, the whole shit. He's mad cool, right? I had asked him about his favorite football team because it's not from around here. And I was like, how did you end up a fan of them? And he goes, oh, well, they were really good in like 03. And I go, oh, okay. And he was like, yeah, so like when I was born in 03, like that. And I go, what the did you just say? And he was like, yeah, when I was born in 03, like, you know, so sad. I didn't pick like a team out here, but I picked a team because they were really good. And I go, you were not born in 03. And he pulled his license out. And I told him, first off, you need to stop because you're going to be 30 looking 55 soon because you look all at 30 right now. Right. Also, it tore my heart like silently because I was like, there's no way. I thought we had a connection.
You're like, you're too young to be my friend.
I was off by almost 10 years.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm off by 9. I was born in 94.
Yeah.
That's insane. He's grown as shit. Has his own house, has a wife and a kid, 23.
Oh, yeah. That makes me feel bad.
That shit threw me off, bro. That should remind you like, yo, late bloomers out here for real.
They put something in the water, in their milk. All right, next one.
Lady behind me on this Delta flight is complaining to the stewardess because they made her check her bag and there's a ton of room. Her husband to the stewardess, you know she went to college with the CEO of Delta. Stewardess, you should have kept in touch.
That is a stewardess that has dealt with this so much. She does not give a anymore. And she's like, I'm not gonna get fired.
Stewardess, bartender. I'm trying to think of like the positions where people are actually this witty. Because like, that's a line that gets thrown so often.
Right.
That they're like, cool, I don't care. But
servers.
Then you do that for so long, it's like, now I'm gonna have fun with it.
Yeah.
You should have kept in touch.
Mm-hmm. What's your response if someone says that to you, though? If they come back to you and they're like, you should have kept in touch, what do you say?
I mean, I never would have done step 1, so this is...
Right. I know.
This doesn't apply to me.
But what would your reaction have been? Would you just been, like, mind baffled, like...
Touche.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, yeah.
If I was trying to be a in any scenario and someone out me, touche.
Touche. You win. You win.
Can't say you win. I can say touche. It's in a different language. It sounds softer.
Right.
I know the definition of it, but it's better than you. I cannot admit that.
Right.
So, touche.
One time at a party, this girl and I realized we were wearing the exact same jeans, but mine were a little too big for me and hers were a little too small for her. So we went to the bathroom, we traded, both fit perfectly, very professional. We didn't speak for the rest of the night.
Hell no. This is some girls only shit.
Only girls can do this.
I can't relate to this. First off, no matter what, if I meet a random guy at a party and I go, hey, you want to go to the bathroom? No go. It never even gets past step 1.
Unless you're doing like stuff. Yeah.
Stuff?
Unless you're doing
Unless you're doing, hey, you want to bump a line, dude?
Not anymore.
I'm in! But that's like the only time dudes are like, hell yeah!
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we're going to the bathroom.
Even if I was like at a party and I'm like, bro, pull out a bottle. I'm like, you trying to take a shot in the bathroom?
No.
The fuck did you ask me?
Yeah.
But... Yo, you trying
to go do a bump real quick
off that metal dispenser of toilet paper.
we're no doubtedly, now that I think about it, a bunch of people that have just wiped their ass have touched that shit.
I'm not gonna lie,
snorting that up my nose.
The stories I hear of what dudes will sniff off of is insane.
I can tell you.
I don't need you to.
I'll tell you later.
Judge you harder than I already do. Yeah. But yeah, again, this is literally a girls only thing.
Yeah.
No way could I even tell you as a friend.
No.
And be like, yo, this hoodie's a little small. Yours is a little big. You want to trade? It's like, no.
No, you deal with it.
Yeah, I would never.
I wore mine for a specific reason, and it's mine.
Also, not gonna lie, I would look at your hoodie and go, I don't want it. Even if it would fit me. Like, no, I don't want what's yours. I don't want your beanie.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't want your beanie.
Right.
I don't want your hat. I don't care what's going on.
That makes sense.
I don't even know if I'd borrow your shoes if I had to dump mine.
Well, we wouldn't fit, so you would be barefoot.
Oh, that is, a little fit. My bad.
There's nothing of mine that would fit you. Even the extra larges that I have. Oh, yeah, maybe a hat would.
And any extra large would fit.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a 3X, by the way.
Are you? No, you're not.
No.
Okay.
A 3X looks like a boyfriend's hoodie on me. What the fuck is wrong with you?
All right, next one.
If I had a nickel for every time I got confused, I'd be like, where'd this nickel come from? I feel like this is your Twitter. This is a joke that you would think of in the middle of the night wake up and write on one of these stupid fucking Post-it notes.
Don't
think
show
it was
them
the funniest
my
shit.
passwords.
I didn't. Yeah, this definitely seems like some shit you came up with.
Yeah, this is 100%. I laughed at this when I saw it.
Of course you did.
And
If I read this,
it's me. It's
not
me.
even here. If this popped up on my Instagram or Twitter, I'd think this fits Marcos.
Yeah, you would think of me.
You're the only golden doodle human that I have as a friend, and that is a golden doodle tweet. Again, I think that's your hidden Twitter.
Yeah. I mean, it's not, but I don't have a Twitter. If you see someone crying, ask them, is it because of your haircut? That's f***ed up. That's straight fucked up.
That's f***ed up. I'm not gonna lie. That's next level, like, diabolical, vociferous activities right there.
Yeah, 100%.
Because no matter what, it's not about the haircut. But for the rest of their life, they will think, is there something wrong with my haircut?
The anxiety that you have going the rest of the week.
Be like that's one of those things that, like, when you were a little kid and, like, say a girl you had a crush on and she, like, made a joke about you and now it still affects you. That's the kind of shit that would stick with you as an adult.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
That's crazy work.
That's funny though.
Especially as a barber, that's actually insane. That, like, hits home.
This is what you do for a living.
That hits home on a different level. I feel like I'd lose a client over somebody doing that to one of my clients.
Yeah.
Without anything being wrong with the haircut.
Yeah.
They'd just be like, yo, what the f***? What did they say?
Imagine if someone walked in while you were cutting someone's hair.
Yeah.
Or, like, let's say I walked in and I was like, he asked for that? Well, that's cool. And I just walked out.
I don't think they would look at you and be like, yeah, I gotta worry about what that guy says about haircuts. They'd see you come in with your haircut and be like, yeah.
Me come in with the zebra. Loser.
No, they might see that and be like, I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of fly. I wouldn't do it. A lot of dudes will look at shit like that and be like, I wouldn't do it, but that shit kind of fly. But the shit you got right now, they're like, the f*** did he say?
I remember that actually happened while you were coloring my hair the first time at your school. Mm-hmm. And they were like, he asked for that?
I think it was more of them being like, did I take extra liberty to just do some random shit that I wanted? Because, like, who's gonna go and
especially
be like,
in
hey,
Richmond too.
Let me do zebra on your head and then be like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
They probably were like, they assumed you probably were like, yo, bleach me. And I was like, cool, but I'm gonna draw on this bitch too. Yeah. And you were like, he's already doing it. From Wint, food 200, data 150. Rent 800, candles 3,600, utility 150. Someone who's good at the economy, please help me budget this. My family is dying. Spend less on candles. No. All right. I have a couple questions.
Right.
Rent $800?
That's not what I thought you were gonna say first.
800? When it? 2013. Okay,
that makes sense.
That makes sense because 2013, not out here, but 2013 somewhere, I could see rent being $800.
Actually, 2013, there still might have been some stuff out here.
I mean,
in a decent area.
Nowhere decent.
Yeah.
Nowhere
Martinez,
decent.
maybe.
Martinez is full of heads. Is that considered decent?
Depends what part of Martinez.
I was gonna say, what part of Martinez
my uncles lived in a really nice part of Martinez, and when I was younger, I didn't realize that they were the same in the same little city or town. I was like, oh, that's what people think of Martinez as.
I'm not even gonna lie. My number 2 is probably still not where you thought I was gonna focus on, because I just don't understand how you can spend $3,600 on candles and still have a $150 utility bill. You should have 0 light bill. So then that would just be for gas.
Yeah, it'd be gas and...
When was the last time...
And
never mind.
Heating and stuff?
I was gonna say, when was the last... Why do you need heating? You spent $3,600 on candles.
Oh, that's true. That's fire.
It's just hot everywhere.
Yeah, you're right.
So, like, the utilities for showering...
Right. Water.
And water. And I'm like, if that's the case, that bill should be like $32.
Right.
Because neither one of those is that much.
What do they mean by data? What's $150 for data?
I'm assuming...
Like Wi-Fi and stuff?
Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi
cellular.
Cable, phone... Maybe all of it combined.
That's a cheap bill then for everything.
Like Wi-Fi and my phone right now would be cheaper than that.
Yeah, but also back then, remember, it's different.
Yeah, but it would be cheaper.
Yeah, that's true.
Because things were cheaper in 2013.
Depending where you were.
Rent 800 is insane to me. I couldn't imagine.
What kind of candles does
Can we go? Can I make what I make now?
Back then.
And go back to a time where rent was $800?
I would have had 2 kids by now.
Bro, I pay more in booth rent a week, or I pay more in booth rent a month than that rent for my house would be.
I know what you're trying to say, but I don't think that came out right. All right, next one. This one,
Oh, this is us.
This is us.
Yeah.
Straight up us.
Yep.
Should I start a podcast?
No. 81%. You want to know who said yes? Them and their families.
Yeah.
I don't know what 19% of 14,448 votes.
Should we do that?
Sure.
19% divided by 14,000. That's not right. Doesn't matter.
It's not.
Who cares?
Now you're going to look back on this video and see how confused my face goes when you said divide.
Oh, you're supposed to times it?
That was insane.
I've never done that before.
I can tell. So, I'm going to beat the shit out of Marcos in some smart game we're going to play next time. I can't wait for that.
But I will say, even though you called this a podcast still, and it's not, we stopped our podcast, technically.
Sure, even though we don't really do anything that's different. You just like calling things different things.
Well, they're shorter, for one, by 10 minutes.
Podcasts can be short.
Sure, but...
The smart ones usually are.
Yeah, the dumb ones...
Stay long
because they keep ranting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. But we would do that.
We would do what?
We weren't smart.
No, we were smart for structuring it to be short.
That's true. That's true.
That's what the fuck we were smart about.
That's true.
We knew you guys could only handle so much of us.
Right. Okay, guys. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Don't forget to hit that noti bell. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell us what you guys want to see next. If not, we're going to do whatever the we want.
Like we've been doing.
Yeah, because no one really gives a fuck about us anyways. All right. See you guys. Good job.